Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. This is my walkthrough and we have finally bid farewell to Hollowstone, and Valen is chucking up rainbows, a good sign for the future. If you haven't already known, I am in love with this game and we finished the first act, as it will call it, and we are on our way to the Dark Forest, which is going to be pretty exciting. So yes, that is us finishing Merlin's ward in the Hollowstone area, and we are just going to have a sneak peek at what is on the shore of the Dark Forest. And already, you know, big contrast from Hollowstone's kind of environment. Oh, so yeah, Koren. We know him from, I think we already unlocked him. I haven't used him though, so.
Oh, what's happening here? The Dark Forest should be wilder territory, but it's swarming with Lightbearers everywhere.
Plus, people here seem like they've been wallowing in the mud, all grubby and upset.
Oh, not really painting a nice picture there.
Since you have a ship, it's best to depart from here. If there's space on your ship, kindly consider taking these refugees too.
Refugees?
Listen up, Koren, my friend. Regardless of your
Lorsan knows
identities
him.
and origins, this place doesn't seem fit for camping. It's pretty damp and cold by the river.
I'm pretty sure they're
You
not
should
doing it
take
by
everyone to
choice,
the forest
Lorsan.
And let my people take good care of them.
Those bunny ears. Are you one
Bunny
of the
ears.
wilders?
You bet I am. Thanks to my ears, I was able to hear them say your name.
Oh, okay, because I was just
You
about to
are
ask.
issued
They don't seem to know each other, but...
and are forcing refugees to leave the Dark Forest. I haven't had a chance to sort things out with you. Look at the weak and elderly. Is this the Wilders' way of welcoming guests? What happened to your once peaceful and benevolent demeanor?
Hold on. What
So it seems that a
exactly-
lot has changed since
Enough
Lorsan
talk.
jumped ship over
I'm
to
taking them
Hollowstone.
into the forest no matter what it takes.
Oh, and we're going to have to fight him. Bring it, noob. 24 stacks of health. If he had that when we controlled him, I'd be using him all the time. I do have the ultimate animations on random, so sometimes they pop up and sometimes they don't. I did think about disabling it, but sometimes I'm like, you know what, it's nice to just see the cinematic every once in a while. Otherwise it would just be like constant array of chess fights, so
Ouch. My arm.
your arms
That shouldn't be.
don't look great.
My blade hasn't even touched you.
Oh my, you're hurt. How about listening first?
How are we
before
surprised?
diving
We're
into
just after
action?
kicking his ass.
A sword wielder. 2 talking hamsters. And you? Who are you all? Really?
The Wilders are all kind of like anamorphic
What
people,
are you
so
going to do
the
about
hamsters
the
is probably the least
exclusion
surprising thing in this game.
Even if that bunny-eared boy gets in, the Wilders will still drive you guys out. Because you're all outsiders in the eyes of the Wilders, just like us.
Mr. Koren, we were invited
Edge.
to come down from Hollowstone to help with some small problems in the forest. If I still can't gain your trust, here's my heroic order emblem. And as for these few, this is my friend and his hamster familiars. As you can see, he is a great mage.
You don't have to tell me. I learned that a moment ago. Now that you've introduced
Okay, he's
yourselves,
growing on me.
here's the story. These refugees from the Remnant Peaks had their village attacked by golems. They've come to the Dark Forest seeking help. They also sought help from Hollowstone, but something odd occurred there, and their pleas went unanswered. Forced to flee, they've ended up here.
Well, talk about coincidence.
Oh,
We
so
happen
this
to
is
be
maybe
the
the
ones involved in the
overarching way
Hollowstone
that they're going to
incidents.
link up all the regions.
What?
So the golems
You-
in wherever the Lightbearers are from is probably
No,
spreading loads
don't
of
get me
refugees
wrong.
everywhere.
What I meant to say is that's too bad.
There doesn't seem to be
If you go
golems
to
here,
Hollowstone
so the
now,
Dark Forest
I'm
has its
sure
own
their
drama that we
soldiers will be
probably are
willing to
going to
take
have to
you in.
fix.
These refugees have faced hardships on their journey, with many being elderly or disabled. Now, with the ships to and from the Dark Forest widely suspended, they can't leave immediately. You just arrived here from Hollowstone. I understand that you may not be familiar with the forced expulsion of refugees. Sorry for my impulsive behavior earlier. A very simple and cruel order. Non-wilders are strictly forbidden from entering the forest. Those who enter and stay are promptly expelled without question.
Unbelievable. The Dark Forest has always been a welcoming place for friends from afar. particularly around
Okay.
the docks, where there are
A
camps
place
for
called the
traders
Dark
and
Forest
travelers.
being welcoming.
You were
Hmm.
half right. Those camps have indeed been a lifesaver, sparing the refugees from rough nights after a long journey. But
Aw.
the exclusion edict is also true.
Could it be related
I
to the
don't
corruption?
understand. Why are my people blaming the humans for the corruption?
Because humans are probably at
I
fault for
guess I've
most
been
things,
away from
even in
home
games.
for too long.
Let's be honest.
Something seems off. How about we have Lorsan lead us to the forest and see for ourselves? Just standing around won't help.
I'm looking forward
Let's
to
go
Lorsan
investigate
being
further into the corruption
a
and the
character, a playable
exclusion
character.
edict.
Maybe they're
Let me
hyping
lead
him
the
up.
way.
But I have
want to
seen
know
like
what's
little
the deal
footage.
with
I think
this
in like
exclusion edict.
the story he becomes not playable, but he's like on the battlefield, so he looks like kind of like a mage. It'd be interesting to see. So yes, the chapter unlocked. So this is our Dark Forest chapter, and it is time to explore. Yeah, okay, we've kind of explored this whole region. We'll just take a bit of your refugee money if that's okay. So there seems to be miasma that we do need to clear up. We're just going to battle it out. I might be over leveled for the Dark Forest. I'm not too sure because if anyone has checked out my hollowstone playthrough, I've done a lot of the challenges and stuff without really kind of keeping pace with the story. So a lot of my characters are a bit over leveled for where I am at the story. So I'm hoping that we can just actually blitz through an awful lot of the optional fights. And I probably should pull the finger out and actually do more of the storyline so that it becomes a little bit more of a challenge. But yes, even though they're refugees, we are going to take all of their items. Because why not? Now, I'm not a massive fan of any of these kind of dialogue things because they're not voiced and I'm lazy and don't want to read everything. But yeah, we're oh god. She said you can take the chest, and we answered that we leave it, but we've already taken it. So that kind of was a mistake on my part. Yeah, so we're over leveled, so we can actually we can pop these enemies kind of like Piper from like do you remember Charmed? Yeah, we can just pop them. So yeah, this is just giving a bit of context to the refugees, the ones who it seems couldn't get by the miasma. Solo crucibles. Immune to magic damage. You see, I don't think Cicia is magic damage. I think she's actually physical, which is quite odd. And I think her summon is physical as well. So if you're ever stuck, the people I use are just Cicia, Aaron, and that other 5-star, what do you call her? Atlantia? You know, the kind of one with the rope. She's very good, actually. She's terrible in every other mode, but for these kind of like tactical missions, she's quite good because she's ranged, which is always nearly a requirement for those things. Slowly harvesting all the money. We're going to make such a great impression when we do finally get to the city because we're just going to be like, hey, we're here to help, but also fleece you.
Mr. Koren, are there any ships at the dock?
No, there are only a few half-dilapidated ships. I met a Wilder who's willing to help. So maybe with his support, I can go into the
No
forest
pressure.
and talk things over with the person in charge. Once the edict is lifted,
What's
you'll
with
be
the
free to
arms,
enter the
though? We
forest
want to
and
know.
recuperate. Is little Jonathan's fever down?
He's fine now, all thanks to the herbs you found. Since there's still hope of getting into the forest, I will stay here a little longer and do my best to take care of everyone.
Miss, I noticed there are still quite a few elderly people and kids in the tents. Are only a few of you taking care of this big camp?
When the golems attacked our village, the men insisted on having the elderly and children evacuate first, so only the mothers came along.
We need someone to stay here and ensure their safety.
Hammy,
Considering their shortage
Chippy,
of supplies and manpower, leaving them here could put them in danger.
leave
Whether
Chippy.
it's lifting the exclusion edict or removing the corruption, there's no time to lose.
Chippy.
I will stay here.
Oh dear
Mr.
lord.
Koren, Lorsan, and you. Please
That's a
head to the
shame. I like
forest
Valen.
first. Sorry. Allow me to go back on my word for the sake of protecting these poor folks.
The heroic order truly lives up to the ideals of justice and bravery. Valen, I'm counting on you to protect Clementine and the rest. Don't worry. Anyone who dares lay a finger on him shall face my spear first.
Right. So, it's raining. A good omen. So Valen is going to stay behind and our most competent fighter. So we have to go this way. Oh, some nice puzzles. And by nice puzzles I mean nice chests. Easy access to some funds. And take some berries. Thankfully we can just pop these. There we go. Lovely old chest. Happy days. It says that there's a chest. Oh, we missed a chest. There we go. We will do maybe a quick run through of the Dark Forest, and then at the end we could maybe collect things that we haven't already done. But for now it seems to be quite manageable. The story seems nice. Just we've literally got refugees. We need to talk to people in charge. I don't know if Koren even any good. I've never used him before.
Fight for me.
And now it seems we have to. Sometimes when the game replaces the character with like a story character, I'm like, please don't take anyone important. But yeah, I think we're actually strong enough that we could probably just even use Hammy and Chippy and be grand. Because we're just very over-leveled. I didn't know Koren was a tank.
It's a good thing that Valen stayed behind. These Gruglins could have posed threats to the refugees. During my patrol earlier, I noticed that the Gruglins around here are more violent than usual.
Oh, could Gem Vine
going
be
crazy
here?
for
Whatever you
no
call it.
apparent reason, and strange crops absorbing leyline magic. This is just like what happened in Hollowstone.
Nonsense. Why would there be a connection between them?
Yeah.
Perhaps the Wilders only imposed the exclusion edict to protect us from the Gruglins in this area.
Whose side are you on, Koren?
I suppose that's too good of an explanation.
The Gruglins in the forest weren't this aggressive before I left. Could it be that grapes from Ryam have grown around here too? Oh, I can't wrap my head around this. Do you have any clues?
Only one option to reply.
Oh, right. I remember there's one nearby. Apart from here,
One nearby,
corruption
very
is also
convenient.
spreading in the depths of the forest. It's called corruption because it affects plants, making them look like they've decayed. Clearing out the decayed parts won't prevent them from regenerating, much like the grapes near Ryam.
It's all connected, lads.
Words may not suffice. Come with me and I'll show you.
Better just take this plant first. Oh, we've a wee tactical drill to do. Spiked logs, so we can drop these down. So I suppose we'll just use Lyca, maybe, because she's ranged.
Follow me. Are you lost? Follow me.
And then we just want to drop this. Then we explode this. I suppose we just drop this one then. Oh, missed, but should be fine.
The constellations.
I wonder is
guide us
Lyca
to
actually in
victory.
this, since she's a wilder. Okay, so we've actually passed by here, so we're just getting a little bit of exploration done. Oh, so here's the corruption here.
This chaotic and oppressive magic feels quite similar to what I sensed in Southville. But it's much
So it must be the
stronger
syndicate that's
and
that's
more
behind this as well.
ominous.
To the shock and surprises of no one.
I'm not feeling well.
Hammy! Are you okay?
These two. Why couldn't they have just stayed with the refugees?
Magister, what's going on? What just happened to Hammy? Hammy, stay strong. Our Magister is here. You're gonna be okay.
Hey, let me take care of Little Miss Hamster.
Little Miss Hamster.
That corruption. How did something this harmful
Koren's
end
a
up growing
vet.
in the dark forest?
Can you clear out these corrupted roots using the method that worked for the vineyard? I'm counting on you. Besides you, I can't imagine anyone else or any other
What's
way
in it for
to
me,
completely
Lorsan?
eradicate them. Please, do your best.
I'll consider it. So we just tap and hold, and that gets rid of, I presume, the corruption. And just like that, the Dark Forest area is saved. Or maybe not, maybe it's just a tiny bit of the route.
Magister, thank you for purifying the corruption.
Bryon?
Bryon? Who's this? I think it's
He's
Bryon.
Bryon, a wind whisperer just like me.
Oh,
It's been a while. What brings
I
you
do
here?
have him unlocked, I think, as a
Lorsan,
character.
my
So.
lord, your return was accompanied by incessant clamour. My endeavour in obliviousness proved notably successful.
His
Stop,
voice
stop.
acting is
Don't call me that.
hard to hear, I'm gonna say.
Huh? His status remains a mystery to all of you. Lorsan is Master Arden's student, and among the younger generation of the Wind Whisperers, he stands out as the most exceptional.
Most exceptional.
Within the Dark Forest, the Dusk Patrollers,
I
Wind
wonder-
Whisperers, and Thorn
I
Guards
wonder.
symbolize heritage, perception, and protection, respectively. Each of the three factions
My
appoints a
expectations for
sage,
when
and
Lorsan
unitedly
becomes
they
a
rule.
playable
Master
character
Arden
are at
is
an
the
all-time high now,
representative of the
Bryon.
Wind faction, with
Wonder will they
Lorsan
have, like,
acclaimed as one of
synergy or
his
something
stellar
together.
apprentices, specifically renowned for his mastery in wind whispering.
Hey, you make it sound like I'm bad at other things.
Of course not. Apart from running out of the forest seeking aid, neglecting daily tasks of the Whisper Web, you are flawless.
You are flawless. The shade.
Ah, don't call me that. Let's just get down to business already. Hey, Bryon, meet my friend. He's the great Magister I brought back from Hollowstone.
I've heard.
I wonder.
I'm
Oh yeah,
aware
it's because we
that
don't
the
want to get
corrupted
too much
roots
attention.
require
But like,
regular uprooting, or else they'll
if
be
he knows
barren.
Bryon, he should just be
Normally,
like,
it
"Yo,
takes
it's Merlin. We
several
keep it on the
weeks for the
QT."
corrupted roots to regrow after removal. Yet presently, they manage to reach the current state in a matter of days.
As you've seen, he does have the power to eliminate them.
I do.
It's best if you see it that way. As a wind whisperer, my duty lies in the delivery of messages. Hence, could I implore you to visit the station of the Dusk Patrollers?
The Dusk
Discussing with
Patrollers.
Captain Lyca, who is in charge of eradicating
Oh,
these
Lyca. Okay, so
corrupting
yeah,
roots,
she's going to be.
could significantly
I
improve the
suspect a
effectiveness
big
of
part of
information sharing.
this campaign. What is it, Lorsan?
It's nothing.
Mr. Koren, you seem like you require some help too.
You're missing your hands.
The cries of distant refugees.
Huh. Took you some time to remember the plight of the refugees, huh? You
Oh,
lot are a far cry from the wilders I've ever met.
Please, quell your anger. The exclusion edict was issued by Master Earmere, and the Thorn Guards are merely carrying out the order. I, as a wind whisperer, possess no influence to contest their determinations. Captain Lyca will articulate the petition.
so you're a sheep.
Come with me, if you will.
Right, so I suppose then we have no choice but to go on over and follow him through the Dark Forest. We're just gonna pop everything and anything that moves by us. Apart from the tactical drills, which I probably am gonna still get wrong.
Looks like
The
someone.
assist mode in tactical drills is a godsend. Yeah, that was bad. Okay, so we didn't do well there.
Oh my. Looks like someone needs a little warming.
I think we messed up again. Or not. Come on, Muriel. Yes, okay. That was a bit clutch. It doesn't look like it should have happened,
Did
but
I burn everything down?
well done.
Oh well.
My favourite student. No notes. Okay, so this seems to be the camp. We have a corrupt creature here. So it did take us a while to get a partner, but someone did finally join. They want those rewards at my expense. So I don't really know. What do we do? Oh, they have Florabelle. This is already over. We're dealing with a whale. So yeah, I think we do 3 characters and they do 3 characters. I don't know if I should wait for them to place theirs or what's the crack. They've placed 2 healers and a DPS, so I'll do a DPS and 2 tanks. Oh, he switched. Okay. Should be grand. Their Bryon, one shot just someone from the offset, so I like the idea of the corrupt creatures because it kind of is like, oh, there's a bit of co-op in this game that you need to do, but I hope there's nothing that like you have to wait. Like, I hope it's all optional stuff. I hope the main quest doesn't involve them, because quieter servers maybe will be a lot less fun. Yeah, he totally out-damaged me. We will take the help whenever and if ever it comes. So thank you, kind sir. Time to take all these items. We're just going to take the quests. We'll activate that, even though we can kind of come and go around this area as we please, I'd imagine. And we are... So that seems to be information about the treatment of the refugees and the Lightbearers. So this is a story battle, which it seems has like,
and fight for me.
It uses its own kind of unique team setup that I have, so hopefully this works. GG easy.
Well, victory is deserved.
Happy days. Here we go. Our good bunny-eared girl, Lyca.
Controllers that there were bandits nearby, so I hurried over.
Not hurried enough.
Lorsan, it's ridiculous. Years go by, not a peep from you.
Oh.
Not even a letter. Bryon sent you messages through the wind, and you just ignored us.
Oh dear.
Well, he
Come on, family drama.
With a single word. Acknowledged.
Well,
oh dear.
I was in a hurry to bring us back a savior.
Oh, sorry.
No pressure on me then.
Are these your friends? Hi, I'm Lyca, captain of the Dusk patrollers. Lorsan has been a bit of a troublemaker since he was young. I'm sorry if he caused any trouble for you along the way.
Come on, sister, it's been 3 years.
Sister?
Can't we catch up for a moment without digging into the past?
Sister?
Uh-huh. We both have the same ears.
Despite the similar ears, Lorsan and I are different. I don't have the innate talent for wind whispering.
Let's chit-chat.
So
Are
you
the captain
are
of the
the
Dusk
weak link.
patrollers? Are
Are
aware
your
that
family
the
disappointed
bandits
in you,
were
Lyca?
deliberately causing trouble for the Wilders?
I'll behave.
Purposefully stirring up conflicts between the two communities?
People use her a lot in
With the
PvP
exclusion
and
edict in
whip my
place,
ass, but
skilled
whenever I
bandits
use
can
her, she's
vanish
not
easily,
exactly
but defenseless
the most
refugees
effective.
have nowhere to run. Where are your arrows pointing then?
Oh,
Sir, I'm aware of the bandits.
just Koren isn't
Then
letting
why?
anything go.
I've been meaning to apologize for this. The Thorn faction has always leaned towards conservatism, not wanting outsiders to disturb the peace of the forest. A while back,
I suppose the key
Thorn
is in the
guards
name
proposed
Thorned
blocking
faction.
the entrance to the forest. There were rumors later on saying humans brought in the corrupted seeds. With
Probably
corruption
true.
spreading in the forest and all those bandit problems, it gave them more reasons to act. Even in the once liberal Dusk faction and the neutral Wind faction, more and more people are starting to agree with the Thorn Guards.
What? What about Granny Donny? And Old
Come
Man
on,
Arden?
Granny Donny.
Did they not stand up against the Thorn Guards?
Old Man Arden.
The three sages. Lorsan, the Dark Forest is a very different place now than it was when you left. However,
Dun,
sir,
dun. It's a
despite
crater.
the internal strife amongst the Wilders, it shouldn't be a reason for us to fail our refugee friends. I should
How long have the
apologize
refugees
to
been
you
there, though? Are the
and
golem
those
attacks,
who
like,
are
recent?
suffering.
Factual disputes. I see. At least there were no armed clashes. You have your reasons.
Yes.
However, those refugees have been driven to the docks with nowhere to go. Can anything be done?
Lyca is the mage that Lorsan invited to cleanse the corrupted roots. Should we guide them to Lunadorf? Please inform Master Dani, leader of the Dusk faction, that the situation might bring about a turning point to this whole ordeal.
Really? Can you really clear out the corrupted roots? That's remarkable. The patrollers had to keep a fire going for hours just trying to cleanse one spot. Even then, those roots soon grew back again.
But your altercation of the magic flow can substantially decelerate the pace of regeneration.
In that case, the patrollers would finally have time to help the refugees. Good,
No
sir.
pressure on me.
Let me take you to Lunadorf right now.
Oh. We teleporting? They're all following us. What the heck? There's a wee cliff face there. Probably gonna get a few people. Or maybe just me. That's a wee talking spot. We're not gonna do that just because it's not dialogued, and as such I'm not gonna class any of it as canon per se. So we have an elite challenge here. Should be fine though. She needs 14 bars of health and they are disappearing quicker than I can even count. And I can count very fast. And yeah, so she has no problem at all. So we have Granny Donny already.
A perfect battle with a glorious victory.
Sure, we might as well take the chests. Oh, come on, cutscene.
Whoa! That tree in the middle of the
Not really much of a cutscene, but more just kind of the image of a tree, I suppose.
So long, but the Lucent tree
Lucent
is still
tree.
so beautiful.
So I presume this is like the source of magic or something in the...
Let me
Dark
proudly
forest.
present to you the grand tree with a canopy resembling the night sky and sparkling with a galaxy of stars. The Lucent tree.
It is said that this is a divine tree planted by the goddess of the earth and the rivers, Misate herself. Those who first arrived in the Dark Forest laid the foundation for the villagers beneath its majestic canopy, paving the way for the prosperity we witness today. The pioneers of Lunadorf even planted a small tree, inspired by the great Lucent tree.
But there's nothing special about that one. Well, let's pause the nostalgia here. We'll be arriving at Lunadorf soon.
So that was just a wee cutscene involving the tree with nothing more. So we're actually going down the hill now. Collect the money. Oh, we have to fight these now. Because they're growing in strength.
Coming up! Well, victory
is deserved. Was there ever any doubt?
You're not even worth getting up for. Come out, my servant, and fight for me.
Okay, so I totally forgot that CCA does physical damage as opposed to magic. So we are going to change that to Viperian. We'll skip that because she was literally just like healing herself but like not doing any damage, whereas this guy is at least able to one-shot people. But I'd say moving forward, probably AoE people is probably better, like Aeron or someone who does magic damage. Viperian's a little bit slow on the AoE. Oh, we only have one person as the final boss. There we go. Actually, not too bad.
The experiment was a total success.
And for that, we get a lovely wee chest, which we will take gladly. Up we go on the path, and is this the Lunador? She does a lot of unvoiced dialogue. So we have. I done this wrong, I think. Yes, I did. Okay, we just go out the outskirts and then take the inner route in. Should be fine. The walking slowly is a bit insane. It's kind of a shame you can't click on them or something in like an order. Just the walking slowly. We've people to save. We've refugees to save. We've trees to save. But yes, I am enjoying the Dark Forest. It's beautifully designed. And what do you know? Whispering Woods is finito. So there seems to be portals or teleportations and whatnot. So yeah, this takes us to another part of the map where we'll pop some enemies, get some nice chests, pick some nice glow fly fruit, and I suppose commune with this deer statue. Or maybe it's part of a later on like a puzzle. Who's to know? But yes, we will pop back off to the Dusk camp. So yeah, this is just a world quest, and again, not voiced or dialogued. So we're just going to accept it in case we can complete it on our main mission, which is to save the world. So patrol our area. Oh, okay, so this must be part of the pay tribute to the deer statue of some sort. Yolanda. All these people with no dialogue. Missed opportunities, but the character designs are beautiful and the animations we can see are pretty good. And she kind of looks a bit Irish, let's just be honest. She looks like she's going to just do a bit of Riverdance, so I was looking forward to some awful Irish accents. Not with a name like Yolanda though. Not exactly Irish or Celtic in origin. So yeah, it doesn't seem like we can do much here. It does say a puzzle, but maybe we are missing something. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so we just had to press F. Okay, we put a bush down and got a chest. Okay, seems like a bit of a strange puzzle, but also... Okay, so we proved that a legend was true. All in a day's work for Merlin.
Oh my. Looks like someone
More of these tactical drills.
Oh my. Looks like someone
I presume we put Muriel there.
Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem?
Yeah, I think I actually messed this up by putting him there. In fact, I absolutely did. Why are we protecting Valen? We will retry that.
Whew. What a tough fight. Oh my.
This should be fine.
Looks like someone needs a little
We'll roll the log now. Speed it up. Yep. She's gonna kite and then Muriel can finish him
My
off.
shots are perfect
Fatality.
today.
Mortal Kombat-esque. We have a bit of a miasma problem here, which we should be able to quell. And we are a little bit over-leveled. And we've already cleared Dark Forest 1, so we're entering into Dark Forest 2, which is where I'd imagine
Don't worry, your delivery's coming
the
up.
civilization or the town or the city is. Whatever it may be for the Wilders.
Well, victory is deserved.
Happy days! New area unlocked. We are plowing through this game.
Abandoned shoes, scattered mats, toppled tents,
Dun,
and
dun,
unfinished
dun.
mushroom soup.
Unfinished
Looks
mushroom
like they
soup.
left in a hurry.
They mentioned being initially permitted to enter the forest for a brief respite. However, they were suddenly expelled by armed guards in the middle of the night. Just look at the chaos left behind. I arrived when they were fleeing in disarray. There were hardly any young men capable of protecting them. I retired from the army long ago. I came to the Dark Forest looking for someone.
Oh,
No
someone?
wonder. Those refugees don't look like they can afford to shell out money and hire a guard. You are such a nice guy.
Well, I have my reasons. How am I supposed to find anyone if there's an exclusion edict? Helping the refugees just happened.
The Thorn Guards used to be different. While they were conservative, many guards risked their lives when hyperfiends were rampant, safeguarding the peace of the forest. But now with the corruption, disturbances in the forest, and Master Eomer's influence, they have become radical to such an extent.
Master? The title of Sage should be reserved for those who make wiser decisions.
Despite being strict, everyone respects Master Eomer, as he once led the guards at the forefront against the hyperfiends. The teachings we received from childhood were that wind whisperers heed the forest's whispers, dusk patrollers embrace its goodness, while thorn guards keep the peace. The three factions support and assist each other. As of now,
Thorn Guards have a bigger say.
Let us go. We're only looking for healing. I don't know who you're looking for, but we didn't do anything. Leave
Dun,
us
dun,
alone.
dun.
Hey, did you hear people calling for help?
Could it be that the Thorn Guards are evicting people again?
So So let us just get rid of this mob very quickly.
Well, victory is deserved.
Happy days, we are in a camp. Oh, come on,
Hand
cutscene.
over those people, Aaron.
Oh, Aaron. Oh.
They must be the ones who kidnapped Damian.
Oh, and
You're
Damian mentioned.
protecting them.
They need to be locked up. Lock them up. Lock them up.
These refugees. They're the weak and elderly.
Shade, but yes. Oh, and we're using Aaron.
May the wind and frost unite as one.
Experience is the best teacher.
Dun dun dun. Happy days.
Aaron, what are you doing here? Weren't you off on a world tour to sharpen your swordsmanship?
Aaron came back a few days before you. He helped us remove the corrupted roots and convinced the Thorn Guards to lift the exclusion edict. But it appears they won't heed anyone's words.
My apologies. I am Aaron, a swordsman in training.
In training? Oh, please. You haven't changed a bit. Your swordsmanship is second
the tension
to none
between
in
them,
the entire
lads.
Forest.
My old friend. Your habit of exaggerating has not changed. Yes, Lorsan, Lyca and I grew up together. They became apprentices of the two sages, and I left the forest to sharpen my skills.
He's the one who's always muttering.
This seems like a running theme in the Dark Forest. It's like all their like talented and esteemed people are just leaving on these adventures, while Lyca's like, yeah, her home has been like falling apart. Meanwhile,
Take your time. I see. You were trying to get inside for medical help, but those cursed Thorn Guards wanted to arrest you.
Yes. Oh, thank goodness you're humans. I didn't think anyone else had escaped their search. When those wilders came at night, we hid on a small islet across the river, amid the chaos. Then one of the refugees started running a high fever. We had no choice. So we thought we'd sneak into the forest while those guys were on patrol. Then they came back and interrogated us about Damian's whereabouts, as if we had captured a wilder boy.
Damian? Did you just say Damian?
dun dun dun.
He's the reason why I came to the Dark Forest.
Oh, so he's who he's looking for.
Damian is missing. But I don't think the Lightbearer refugees are responsible.
No,
the Thorn
I doubt
Guards
it.
are too biased to be trusted. I've searched the area before and didn't find anything. How's it going outside the forest?
Not a single trace either.
Ah, you're right. Finding Damian is my personal task. These refugees can't be left alone.
Rather than extending a helping hand, the Thorn Guards are forcing them to leave. Don't worry, Mr. Koren. Damian is our friend, and we will find him. Let the Dusk patrollers escort these refugees back to the campsite. With the patrollers by their side, the Thorn Guards shouldn't trouble them anymore.
Chippy will take care of informing everyone. Chippy can run super fast.
Thank you. This is a message leaf we use for communication. Please take it to Patroller Lena, and she will arrange everything.
Don't you worry. Chippy the Acorn Knight will complete the mission.
Thanks, you two. Where could Damian possibly be?
Well, lads, I'd say that's a good place to stop our first part of the Dark Forest in AFK Journey. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be working on part 2 straight away, because the story has gripped me and I want to actually catch up on it, because it seems like with the brand new patches that are being released, I have a lot of stuff to cover in this game. But if you enjoyed this, if you're keen to see how I fare in part 2, give us a like on the channel, subscribe, drop us a comment. Always fun to chat about a game that I'm really growing to love. And without further ado, until next we meet, look after yourselves, take care, and see you in the next one.
You're not even